Yo, what up guys, Jordan here, and it's time for another Nades for Noobs. This time on cash, and again, I'm going to stick to one map, just T-side. In the future, I might do CT-side in a separate video, or maybe I'll do some in the same for other maps. For this one, I have a plan for T-side. I'm going to talk you through it, and then in the future, saves more time for more videos on CT. So guys, I'm going to start with B, then mid, then A, and just show you the nades that you should know. Keep in mind, there might be a lot here, but make sure you at least study one site at a time. You should honestly learn how to smoke each site one at a time, like spawn at B, mid Z at A, Z at mid, and then like highway cross at A and backside at A. So make sure you learn at least those nades, but try to learn all the ones I'm showing you, right? More nades, more game knowledge combined with game sense, more wins for you guys. All right, guys. Starting at B in order, I'm going to talk about the cross smoke. This smoke right here is used to gain control of sunroom and potentially checkers. So you guys want to learn this. As I usually say, guys, I'm not going to talk a lot about strategy, but a little bit more since I'm focused on one map. First smoke you want to do is you come to this line. You could throw smoke many ways, but you come to this line for my lineup, the corner right here, and then you just run throw. You can find the smoke from a number of areas, but this one works solid, covers, goes deep. You don't want it to land too shallow right here, because then it'll like bleed out or something, right? Next nade you want to know is you cross, either have a flash ready like this. When you throw that smoke, if you're going to like try to cross with it sometimes, that's good, because you'll catch the guy pushing and make him fall back, but you're also able to peek and maybe see him as you fall back, shoot him through the smoke, or get the kill, alright? Next nade I want you to know is a flash for crossing aside from that one. This is like kind of the god flash of B. You get along the back wall here. Double click flash, meaning you're holding mouse 1 and mouse 2 just along the wall here, aimed right on this bar, but pretty much along this wall, so you have it pop just like that. This flash is great because it'll blind this guy holding right here, it'll blind this guy holding right here, and it'll blind this guy holding right here. I know it seems like it's a little out of the way, but it will blind the guy even though it's blocked a little by the texture, and the closer you are to the wall, the more flush the flash is going to land. So yeah, you can always try to make sure that that happens. It will blind this guy though. I've obviously tested it. Once you guys cross into sunroom, the nades I want you to know are, well, for one, when you throw these nades as a default, if you're not going to hit B, making sure you couple that smoke and flash with this molly is really good, because it kind of forces the CTs to play do B, because one guy's not going to play B alone if they think you're in checkers, right? So this is good to do when you're by yourself so that you can establish good map control when you're running a default as a terrorist with your team. If you're doing that as an individual, it changes things a bit because you're pugging and your team might already be out mid dying. Alright. So, come to sunroom. These are the tree nades. So, this is tree right here. So, these are the nades you want to know for the site. Smoke this and Molotov this, Molotov that. Alright, these are the mollies I'm going to show you for sunroom. The smoke is very simple. You aim at the top of this brown stain right here, whatever you want to call it. It's a screw, but it looks like a nice little poop stain from back here. So, aim at the top, throw that smoke. That smoke is going to kick off the top of the barrel and land tree. Keep in mind it does land deep, so a common play at higher levels is for the spawn sniper to kind of come right through it and hold this and take a shot and then fall back. So always be aware of that. The next is from the same spot is the Molotov. And the Molotov you throw, so you aim here for the smoke and then you immediately pull out the Molotov. Come up from this brown strip to the height of the top of this line here, like the little awning right here. Throw the Molotov, and even a little higher sometimes if you want it to spread farther. And that's going to bleed into headshot, which is going to stop people from playing in this corridor right here. Alright, after you throw that Molotov, if you can, obviously if you're playing with a team, I want you to throw this Molotov and have one of your teammates also throw the Molotov that bleeds triple. You can stand right here and aim between these two dots. You just come in this corner, aim between these two dots, and release. Now with these two Molotovs, you're obviously not clear Molotoving that, so keep in mind that they're either going to be in a position like this in the back corner, or they're going to be close left right here. There is a way to find a Molotov that bleeds through all this, but it's more advanced, and I don't want to get too advanced in this video, but it's something over here where you kind of do something off the pillar. I forget, I saw Nitro throw it. You throw a neat molly like that, so you can try to learn it. I mean, that's kind of it. Did I just throw it on the fly? Yes, I did. Alright, so you can try to throw that Molotov. I don't even know if I can recreate that really quick. You just kind of come here and off the pillar. It's so funny that I just hit that. I was going to show you guys for fun how I throw that. Anyway, so yeah, you can throw a Molotov like that and it will bleed to first oranges, which is awesome. I didn't even plan on throwing that for this video. Alright guys, and then when you're coming through B main, some nades you want to know. Obviously, if you throw this smoke and Molotov, a good flash sometimes you're just throwing one like that. Because what will happen is, after the molly comes in, when he gets blind, he might run like this blind, and if your teammate throws a Molotov here, he might be in a Molotov while blind, so it's a good little combo you could throw. Last but not least, for B is the flash into the site. This flash here is really powerful if your team's entering. You just come in this back corner. Obviously, you're assuming you smoked this off. This is like if you're going to go through this smoke. You come here, and then at the top of this line, you just aim right above kind of the pipes here at the top of this line. And this flash is really powerful because it blinds this guy holding this angle, back here at this angle, here if he's kind of holding this, here obviously, pit, everything. It's just a good flash. You have your teammates turn from it, and they just run in with it and can scale very fast. All right, let's head over to mid now. All right, so out of spawn, you want to know how to throw Z and highway smoke. They're actually pretty easy, and these are powerful for taking fast mid control. You could throw it late from here, but I'm going to show you another Z smoke from closer, so you don't have to come all the way back to T spawn. All right, so the way I throw the Z one is I aim at the right side of the garage here, and then when I get to the end of the white part of the ground, I jump throw. So I aim at the white here, keep my crosshair on it, right? Don't let your crosshair dip. Keep it on it, and release at the end of the white. Now, sometimes if you don't throw it right, it will land and miss, so you have to practice this, but there you go. That'll be perfect. And the highway smoke is pretty easy. You just come from the left, looking at the A, and you jump there like this. Just make sure you're not too square with the A. You want to make sure you're left, and you can sometimes see the tip of the roof right here, and you just want to throw it like that, so this guy can't jump on the white box and peek you from the barrel, all right? And then keep in mind, when you do throw the Z smoke, guys, at a higher level, people will boost right here over the smoke and try to kill you at Z. So if you're getting off through the smoke, they're not necessarily cheating, they might just be boosted. All right, guys, the way you throw the Z smoke from out here is you come and, actually, I'll show you quick CRISS-CROSS smokes really quick. The way you throw CRISS-CROSS smokes, these smokes are really good for taking close mid control. You want to make sure you throw these smokes because they're for right here. You want to make sure this smoke bottom mid is not up, so wait for the CTs to let those smokes fade and then throw these. So you just come along that wall right here, aim at the middle of the white on the left, and then for the right one, it's the same on the other side. These smokes are good because they're going to give you the ability to take close mid control and clear this without dying from Z. And obviously, if you want to couple it from like a Molotov out here, you cut off these pillars, aim up here and run throw. These, that Molotov is good because then you can kind of just keep your gun out and clear close. So like peek the roof maybe, but if you have a guy close mid on the right before you throw these smokes, that's even better. You could do a 3-man mid control and just kind of clear this very easily. The way you throw the Z smoke is you take the corner of this roof right here and you go to the top corner of this little like kind of face right here. The face of the corner. Does that make sense? You put the corner in that corner, corner in corner, right there. Makes sense. Left of this pillar, right in the opener here, and you throw the Z smoke just like that. That's a little left, so you could throw it a little bit more right, I think. Right there. And you can kind of throw that one, which will land a little bit more in the center of the Z, so they can't play with any of the corners. Now, if you're on boost already, I believe there's a way to throw right here. I'm doing another on the fly smoke. You kind of aim at the height of this bar, I think, and just throw it like that. Yeah, there you go. And that works as well. If you're already up boost, and that's cool because you can kind of be here and throw like a smoke like this, and then like kind of like peek out right here and kind of half peek sandbag because people hold this off angle, and throw this Molotov for sandbag and then wait for him to run out. Because normally they're holding like right here or something, right? So, good nades there. And now we're moving to A, guys. The most simple one from A mains that you need to know from here. I'm going to show you 3 from A main that are tricky, but you don't necessarily need to know all these. The only one you really should know from A main is like this. Just a nice walk throw or run throw if you only take 1 step. Worst case, guys, is here. I'll fast forward really quick. If you throw it too far of a smoke, I think that's too far, right? What will happen is, even though it blocks off highway, someone could be in the fork and kind of hide from this angle and catch you when you're running in sight. So you want to make sure it lands flush right there and blocks off the full fork. Keep in mind, don't throw this smoke on like pistol rounds or eco round or into eco rounds where they have pistols, because it's just going to allow them to flood into the site. All right, guys, little extra tip for you, because if you throw this smoke and there's 4 pistol or CT truck, they're just going to run in sight and fight you guys here. You want to take these fights with your AK versus the pistols. All right, guys, little bonus nades here from A main, which are kind of fun. So you can actually throw 3 sight smokes for A from right here. So you can throw this one, you could throw this backside one from here, and then I think it's the middle of the window walk throwing. You could throw like that. Yeah, okay. So you can throw that smoke. If you throw this one as a walk throw, I think it's a little bit better. That's why it's bonus smokes, because they're not perfect. Off the far left, you can kind of throw that smoke, and it'll block off backside a little bit more left. It'll land right here. You throw one top side, one there. I've done this for fun with my friends, but absolutely unnecessary. So don't need to learn these 2 from A main. Focus on this one, and that's too far actually. But yeah, throw that one with a little gentler touch, block off highway, and you're good to go. All right. Now, the other 2 smokes I want to show you for A are for catwalk and backside sight. So catwalk smoke is right here. You just duck into this little electrical box here. This little meter with that power grid. I paid my bills, I promise. Come right here, duck, and then a little to the left of that top point of the antenna right here. You're gonna throw it over. It's gonna come over and hit the wall and bleed out so. Obviously, you know, someone could do some cheeky play and like step on the railing and come all the way out or something. I think they can get on the edge here and see over it. But they're pretty in the open, so just be aware of that. They could do that, so as you run out, maybe if you're like the second or third guy in line, you could kind of like look towards it. But you're really trying to send the first guy. Anytime you do an A hit, guys, when you throw these smokes, the most powerful route, and I'm going to show you this smoke right here in a second, is to come out A main with like a flash like this, right? It blinds the guy opping there. Maybe a flash like this. What is it right here, I think? Yeah, so second door as high, from up this line as high as that, right? You can come out with it. Throw those two flashes. When you come out, you want to run along this route. The reason is because you want the timing to be as you two run and get like around here. The third guy at A main, anytime you do one of these hits, throws one of these flashes. So it allows you to like not be a threat, so you could turn or not be at threat from this guy peeking you, right? Because if this guy peeks you while that teammate's flashing you and you guys are just standing right here, you will die. So you want to make sure you're on the left side of this line right here when you're running up to the site, so that when your team flashes, you could turn without being worrying about dying to a guy peeking right here. And then you come in the site with the flash, all right, guys? And then the way you throw the backside smoke is you jump up on here, top of the pipe, and you see these two, I think it's right here, these two white lines. You just aim right to left in between them. This smoke is really good because it's going to land right at the backside of the site. And if you smoke this off, one of the worst things that happens if you only throw this smoke is that an opper who's like playing here will like throw a Molotov there so no one can peek him. And then as you're running in sight, he just like takes this peek and gets a free kill. So that's the full A hit is obviously, you know, these three smokes. And then take the route like I told you. And then last but not least, obviously the flashes. And then the door guy, I'm going to show you these are the final nades, guys, for the video. The door guy can obviously throw a number of smokes. So for door, if you ever want to throw a quad smoke, you just get right here. And this is quad, guys, right back here. Get on the little line here. And the way you use this smoke a lot is you throw this smoke right at the top of the arrow. And the way you use this smoke is what you'll do is you'll execute. So smokes last about 15 seconds. You'll throw your other 3 A main smokes about 8 seconds through this. So by the time all those 3 smokes land, you flash out A main and you come out like this. By the time you're running this route, what will happen is the smoke will be fading like that and the flash will come in. And it's perfectly timed so that the opper can't kill you, but it's fading as you come through it. It's a great pro level strat, but you could run it with your amateur team easily. So this is the quad smoke right on this line again, guys. Right there, and then you could throw a highway smoke like so, just kind of a one run step off that. It lands right there. You might want to throw it a little bit farther so that, you know, it doesn't let the guy come in and do some cheeky play where he's like hugging the fringe and doing something, you know, you guys get it, right? Really powerful Molotov, one of the most strongest nades you could throw, and kind of things you could do is before they hit A, you can kind of open the door like this. While you jump across, like you kind of open it, see if you see a guy. Hopefully you don't get legged or something. Spam the door for the side guy, right? And then if you can, the smoke, when they throw the smokes, guys, like your highway smoke, you have cover to throw a Molotov like this. So the smoke will kind of be blocking it a little. And you kind of just throw a Molotov like that. As the smokes are coming in, you could jiggle peek this, but this Molotov is so powerful for your teammates. And you know, if they are wrapping sight, you could throw a flash like this, because when they're running in sight, it might blind the guy over here. That's kind of just like a little bonus to blind the guy who might be coming to fight spawn wall. As your team's running in sight, it shouldn't blind them. And then last but not least, the final flash is from this position. As you go to the arrow, you throw your smoke. You kind of go a little right, aim at this arrow, and then just walks through. This flash is pretty good because when the guy's holding in sight like this, you could throw that as your teammate's running in sight and they'll see it coming, and they can just turn and time it perfectly with that flash and come in and clear all this. Alright guys, those are all the nades you should know. Of course there's a couple that you could throw, some more advanced nades. I'll show you one as I say my outro. But make sure you learn the basic B nades. Make sure you learn the basic Z nades. These are the most important ones. Z, highway box, A cross, and then the A basic smokes for crossing into sight and maybe backside sight, guys. But here's a quick bonus one before we go. Aim at the right side of this cloud right here. Keep running. You could do this for any point. I could literally start right here, aim at the right side of the cloud, run, hit this wall, and then right when you hit the wall, you just start holding W and run forward, and then release after like a split second. And I think if I threw it right, should go over the wall, hit the highway, and do an on-the-fly, fast highway smoke. Thanks for watching another episode of Nades for Noobs, guys. I'm going to keep that in the video because it's funny. I say it so much. I'm going to do CT side in the future, but for now, enjoy these T-smokes, practice them, watch this video before you play. If you need a refresher, go on a server right now and learn all these nades, guys. All right, guys? See you next time.